Hey guys, today's episode is some extra special bonus content from the road. Why I've stopped staying at Hilton hotels and almost exclusively switched over to Airbnb.
Welcome to the Sowing Seed Podcast. One guy's thoughts on family, faith, farming, and financial freedom. Now, here's your host, who incidentally doesn't believe in Bigfoot, but Bigfoot believes in him, Matt Miller.
I guess there's really four main reasons why 10, 11 months or so ago, I chose to stop focusing on earning Hilton Honors points and chose to start staying at AirBnB's for much of my lodging when I travel. Now, there are still a few occasions where I do stay at a hotel, but I have found that Airbnb's have made a massive difference for my travel. The first reason why I've made the switch is purely cost. In many cities, you can stay in a private quarters at an Airbnb for half to sometimes a third of the cost of a nighttime stay at a hotel. And if you're willing to stay just in somebody's bedroom, in many cases, you can stay for even less. I started because of cost at the promptings of my nephews who had stayed at Airbnbs and who were hosts of their own Airbnb, because in Midland, Odessa, and Odessa, Texas, the oil boom over the last several years has driven up the hotel prices in a big way. And since I work in and out of a bunch of schools in that area, those expenses are a regular part of my doing business over the years. There was a time not too long ago where I could stay there for $80 to $120 or so a night. Several years ago, the costs of a hotel room got up as high as $450 a night, and in some cases higher, just because of supply and demand in that area. Today, they've dropped back down to several $100s a night, but that's still, in my opinion, far too expensive for a place to stay, especially where I'm just laying my head for a few hours in between days working in and out of my schools. So I started staying at Airbnb's, and I've stayed at a variety of different places in that area over the last year. Found a couple of my favorites and try to stay at those today every time I go and visit. Well, I've done the same thing in other places that I've traveled. Nashville, I've got a favorite that I like to stay at. I've done the same in San Diego. I've done the same in the Philadelphia area, etc. But cost is the number one factor that drove me to Airbnb. Second is just experiencing the local flavor, getting a chance to live and stay in a community in somebody's home for a day or several days just enables me to get a better feel for what's going on locally, get local recommendations, not from a hotel that has potentially affiliate relationships with restaurants in the area, but from people that actually live in the community who know where the restaurants and businesses are to go to, not those that are most commercialized. Relationships is the third reason. The opportunity to get to know some people locally in the community. When I was in Ireland here this last spring, the opportunity to stay with a couple for several days on the outskirts of Dublin and to have several hour-long conversations with them about life in Ireland, about life in the U.S. was absolutely a blast, and it contributed to an amazing stay that I had. The adventure of it is the fourth reason, because you just never quite know what you're going to get. And of course, you can look at the reviews and you can look for those people that are super hosts, etc. And that's really important if you're looking for a place to stay that is more predictable and has already been vetted. But to go and see the different decorations and to see the different setups that people have and just to experience homes all across America and quite honestly all across the globe has been a blast. If you haven't tried staying with Airbnb, I encourage you to do so because it has been a game changer here. It's allowed us to limit our financial exposure when we travel, and it has made my travels even more exciting and even more memorable over the last going on 1 year since I made the switch. Sorry, Hilton. God bless you guys.
Thanks for listening. Check out our website, sowingseed.net, the Sowing Seed channel on YouTube, and if you got something out of today's podcast, give us a 5-star review on your podcast player of choice. Until next time, go plant the seed you need to succeed.